Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Katie, and this is the Housewife Did It.
Pop culture edition. I don't know why I said my name is Murray. Hi, I'm Murray. If you like our show, you can physically like, subscribe, follow, and share. I love we love when you comment first.
I
We're
was gonna
big
say
fans.
there are
Yeah,
competitions happening in
competition's
our
heating up.
comments. Yeah.
But we do actually really like when you comment and let us know what you think. We assume if you're excited to be the first one commenting that you're excited about what you're watching.
Yeah.
But so yeah, keep it coming.
Yeah.
I just ordered I think got I got two shirts. I got a sweatshirt. I ordered the Appalachian Creatures sweatshirt and the Child of Divorce t-shirt. So if you
Want to
um
match.
yeah, if you enjoy Taylor Swift, Harry Styles, and cryptids, you could get the same.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll put one up that says "Sterilize Men."
Oh, yes. That's just my personal motto.
But if you like it, tell us. We'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready to jump in?
Yes.
Good, because I feel like this is gonna end up being kind of a lot. Two Housewives shows have ended in the last 2 weeks, so but before we get there, just little things. Bless you.
Thank you.
Ashley and Tyler from Love is Blind are getting divorced. She posted that they have been separated for a few weeks, and this is the result. Who could have possibly seen this coming?
Yeah.
We're shocked.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Also, next season will be starting on Valentine's Day. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I
They
feel like I've been
also,
waiting years for the Minneapolis season to come
yeah,
out because I have
yeah,
been waiting
literally.
years.
Because I was gonna say, I looked up because I thought I had seen that, but I was like, let me make sure it's US version and whatever. So I was like double checking before I said it, and it was like they are also already released the air dates of seasons 9 and 10. So
Awesome.
like, yeah, they know
Yeah.
what's going on, years in advance.
Yeah.
But so that'll be fun. Kristen Doty is having a baby girl.
As she should.
Yeah, adorable. It's like a requirement within
Hmm.
that group at this point,
Yeah.
I think.
Sheena is writing a book.
Yes, I saw
It's
that.
it's called My Good
It's
Side
yeah,
or
or
something.
like
Something
get
like
my
that.
good side from my good side, something about her good side. Um, while Kim Kardashian was posting cryptic pictures of Melania Trump on her Instagram story, Travis Kelce was being the king we know he is, announcing that he would be leaving, quote, Elon Musk's toxic waste dump hate machine, X.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of people dissecting the Kim Kardashian's Instagram story, like
Here.
Sammy said, he said that he feels like we're about to start seeing celebrities like really coming out of the woodwork and like admitting that they're Republicans. Now that it's like safe, I guess, to say that. And I guess Kim Kardashian was like, I'll go first. Um,
Yeah. Color me shocked.
I I will say I think there certainly could be more clear support of the president, you know. Posting a picture of his wife on inauguration day does not necessarily mean
Hmm.
that she voted for him and that she likes him, because Gabby Windy also posted about what a diva Melania Trump is. So,
Hmm.
and like we know that what she's doing.
Yeah.
So like we don't know, but
Kim
it's the like,
Kardashian's just saying like this is gonna be my Met Gala outfit.
yeah, it's the like lack of words
Hmm.
Like, it's the fact that it's just the picture
Yeah.
that I find alarming.
Yeah.
But here's my question for Travis Kelce. If Threads was the original alternative to X,
Mhm.
and now we have to hate Mark Zuckerberg and Meta,
Mhm.
what is our new alternative?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so I think everyone, sorry to offend some people, but if you are under the age of 30, you don't need to be on Facebook. Like,
Sorry.
no, I'm not saying you have to get off Facebook, but you don't need to be on
Yeah.
Facebook. So you could get off Facebook, okay? Instagram, I don't know that there's an alternative, so like we're staying in the metaverse somehow.
Yeah.
For Threads, I am now on Blue Sky,
Mhm.
but it's not really the same because
Yeah,
not that
I was
many
gonna
people are
ask.
on it yet.
Right. Are there famous
But
people there?
mm, not on mine yet. But I'm like, you can like subscribe to like Book Sky or like certain like pages,
It's cute.
like Swift Talk, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't
Is
really
is
know.
it all like text posts like Twitter?
I mean, it's like Twitter where you can do
Yeah.
videos and photos, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
But I mean,
I
I'm still
love
on Threads. I
Instagram.
don't really use Threads anyway, though.
Yeah. Here's my thing. From the moment I watched The Social Network,
Mhm.
I have known that Mark Zuckerberg was a quack
Mhm.
and a stupid ass bitch
Mhm.
and a douchebag. So, like, literally all of those things, like ripping people off, being a
Rating
woman
girls.
hater, like, I have known this about him. So I don't feel like betrayed, I guess, enough to be like, well, now I can't use Instagram
Well, I think
because I already knew.
I think it's different when like you think the owner is like a kind of poopy guy.
Yeah.
I think that's different from like there is now no fact checking.
Yeah.
There is no DEI program. Like like the structure and like integrity of these companies is changing,
Yeah.
and I think like that's the concern.
Yeah. I did see.
So if someone wants to make an Instagram alternative, please God.
Yeah. I did see a thread get fact checked that was kind of funny. And
Mm,
it was like um it was when Mr. Beast said he was going to buy TikTok, and
mm.
somebody commented and said like, why can't these celebrities like use their money to like support the needy and like give back to their communities and the poor? And it had like a fact checking flag under it, and somebody was like, this is literally what Mr. Beast's channel is him like giving money to people.
Yeah, for clout.
Yeah. I'm
Not
not
because they're
saying he has a good
needy. Not
reason.
because they're needy and poor.
All my
He's
kids, when
giving
they
people
see,
islands.
fun fact for y'all. When I show my kids like pictures of my family, every year they narrow their sights in on Billy and they say, that guy looks just like Mr. Beast.
Yep, he does.
They love him.
I can't
They're big fans.
can't fight it.
Anyway, we've gotten off topic. Ugh. Back to business. The thing is that these tidbits, none of them flow into each other. So I'm
No,
just
and
like
also
saying
like
things to you.
there's too much happening in the world to
Yeah.
like not
I'm
interconnect.
trying, yes. I'm trying to like get through the tidbits in a way that's like, let's not think about the things that we really want to talk about
Yeah.
and just talk about the
Let's just
surface
gas,
level.
girls.
Like, yeah, like this is a farce.
We're not
This is a
talking
farce of the
we're not
world.
talking about fear today. We're not talking
No.
about we're gossiping. We're
Yeah.
just being girls.
So that's why it's like choppy and weird, is because like I'm like I don't know
We're
what the fuck to
coping.
say. So I was looking at some of the new cast of Southern Charm's social media accounts, specifically Sally's, because I just am
Obsessed with
enamored by
Sally
her.
at
I
this
am. I'm obsessed with Sally. Like, I don't know what it is. I love her suddenly. And apparently there's a cast member named Ryan Albert.
point.
Who the fuck is this man? Has anyone seen him? I feel like I do remember, like, I looked at his picture for a really long time and I was like, I don't recognize this man. But then when I looked at his name, I was like, okay, wait, I remember Madison bringing a guy to Patricia's luncheon and saying, like, this is my friend Ryan. And they said that they knew, like, his husband or something, that they were friends with him. But I feel like we haven't seen him since then. And apparently, though, there's some kind of drama because people were commenting and they're like so excited. We have another like gay man representing another queer cast member. And then he commented back and he said, wish he felt the same way,
Mm.
talking about Rodrigo.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he's not happy to have him. So maybe we'll see that drama play out. But I was like staring at him. I was like, who
Yeah.
the fuck are you?
Yeah. I mean, I've only watched the first episode, but I remember him from the first episode. And yeah, I mean, Patricia said that his husband was like a doctor that she knew.
Yeah.
And but then he kept coming to stuff without his husband because he's on the cast. So, yep, he's basically one of Patricia's gay friends.
Yeah.
That's how
I
you
just
get on.
and I feel like I'm seeing, I don't know, like maybe Bravo's like spending too much time giving people like full cast,
Photo
like,
shoots.
yeah, and then they're not, because like people
Yeah.
said the same thing about Miley, like she was in one episode.
Maylee, I
Mealy,
think.
sorry.
Maylee, I think. I don't,
Maylee,
but she
she
was
was
in one
in, we
episode.
don't know. She was in one episode,
Yeah.
but she's in like all these
Yeah.
like shoots and videos for
And
like
even like,
promo.
why did Brittany was in a lot of it, but like, why are
Yeah,
we doing photo shoots for people that are not cast members?
right. They're like the friends of, and people are saying like that they're all welcomed, like Salt Lake City, they're all welcomed back in the same position they were in. So Brittany will still be a friend of, but she will be on the next season quite a bit. And they're like, oh, like they're doing this now for like um a lot of the housewives. And I'm like, I like it when it's like a friend of and they used to be a housewife.
Mm,
Like Marisol makes sense to me, and like when Mary Cosby was a friend of. But like if we're gonna introduce these new people and bring them on the cast trips and all of these things, why were we not just making them housewives?
yeah.
You know? Because
Yeah.
they did the same thing on Potomac, and now the two, maybe I don't know, at least one of the two that was like a friend of last season is now a housewife.
Yeah. Yeah. And like Raquel is a housewife on Roni, but Rebecca Minkoff isn't.
Right.
And
I
like,
don't
she
get
was
it.
on every goddamn episode.
Right. Believe us. She was there. Okay. I am officially bought into traders now.
Yeah.
I I was like,
This
"Oh,
girl tried so hard to avoid it, and then she's like, "Okay, I'm here." And then next thing I know, I have 24 fucking messages where she's like, "Whoa, what just did Bob the drag queen?" I was like, "Okay,
I said, "Oh wait, it's just Among Us."
this is how I think you would feel if you finally watched season 6 of Love Island USA." But
Um, I do
well,
think I will watch next season of Love Island.
mm,
But anyway, I have some questions
yeah,
about what's going on.
I
So
thought you knew it because it's just Among Us
I mean, I get the
structure.
yeah, I understand what's going on, but like in the grand scheme of the traders,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, is it normal for the traders to turn on each other slash like disagree this much?
Yeah, I think not this early.
Okay.
Um, I maybe in the turret this early, like there are certainly people like they know like this one person would be in my best interest. And
Mhm.
you can see that a lot of the time they're saying like, this person said my name, so I want them out.
Yeah.
But it's like, if people are saying multiple of your names, then you all have like different people you want out. So they like sometimes disagree on like who they want that specific week, but it's never usually this much and this early. Like
Mhm.
Carolyn and Danielle, like they were going blows first turret. And I was like, this is not gonna be
Yeah.
good. Like, I don't like this at all.
Like
So
every fucking
it's
week,
possible
Carolyn's like,
early
they don't
on.
listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, are you saying anything? And then I also, Danielle said like that she wants to get rid of Carolyn and pick a new traitor.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
So I don't think that it's like I don't think there's like a tried and true like method to that, but like in seasons past, like if they're getting down to not enough traders, like they will just add more. Like they will go find
What the
someone
fuck?
like, yeah. So I don't it's I mean it's like Big Brother in that way, that it's like it's this set amount of time that we're
Yeah.
here, and like we'll just kind of do what we got to do. But so I'm trying to
It feels like
remember.
that defeats the purpose of like you get the traders out, you get the money.
Yeah.
If they can just keep adding traders.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a cutoff, you know? But like they
Yeah.
also have to be able to build up enough money. So if they let them get all the traders out week 1, 2, 3, then they've only got what, $20,000. Like that's not what they want.
Yeah.
So I think probably I'm trying to remember how it went last year, because they did add, similar to like Boston Rob, they added someone completely new, I think, and then
Mm.
they did pull from people already there and add someone, which I won't tell you because you're thinking maybe of watching it. But I'm trying to remember, like, was it just they sent a trader home so they got a new one?
Mhm.
Um, but since they already had 4, like, I don't know, even if y'all got down to 2, I don't know that they would need to replace anyone.
Yeah. I did.
Although, I guess if you got rid of 2, people might be like, oh, there's only 1 left.
Yeah.
Although, let them think that, I guess.
Yeah. But I did hear one of them saying like a couple weeks ago like, "Oh, I wonder if they've been recruited or something like that." So, I
Oh,
feel like maybe
actually,
they think that there are
actually, I think
more.
you're right. I think that now I'm remembering. Yes, last season, like they had lost some amount of traders, and so they let the traders go recruit someone from their cast. So
Well, okay, so I did start watching season 2,
okay,
and I only got into the first episode, and he only picked 2.
okay.
Alan Cumming,
So
he
then
only
maybe,
picked
so maybe they
2.
just recruited because that was the plan the whole time, and maybe
Yeah.
Danielle just thinks like that's how it works. I'm gonna get to recruit someone,
I hope she thinks that, and I hope she's wrong. 'Cause that'd be so fucking funny
but it's like,
if she got them both out and then was stuck by herself. And
yeah,
Alan Cumming was like, "You fucking idiot!
yeah,
I
you
never
should,
said that."
yeah,
So yes, so I tried to go back and watch from the beginning, and I got through like the first 10 minutes of the first season premiere episode, and I was like,
of
"Who the
season 1,
fuck?"
season
Yeah,
3. Oh, okay,
I was like, "Who the fuck are these random people?"
uh-huh.
And but then like the celebrities are so good. And then so I was like, but I was like, I don't want to watch these random ass people. And so then I started season 2 and I was
Mhm.
like, okay, better. But then I was like, is it worth it for me to go back and rewatch? Or is it like one of those shows that like you really have to watch it while it's airing?
No, I think season 2 is good. I think
Okay.
season 2 is worth watching. Yeah, we tried season 1 too. I think we watched the first episode and we were like, I understand the concept
Yeah.
of like some celebrities and some regular people. There, I don't know where to watch it, but there is a Traders UK,
Yeah.
because I don't know if you remember this, but from Love Island USA, Aaron was on Traders UK before
Mhm.
that, and everyone was like, "This was sus." Um, but I think that Traders UK is always normal people. I would assume, because
Mm.
Aaron was not like famous before.
Yeah. I feel
So
like I feel like if you want to introduce like half and half, you have to wait until we're
yeah,
bought enough into
yeah, give
it
me the
to
regular
go for it.
people for part of the season, and then throw in some celebrities and like, you know,
Yeah. Have you seen this nickname, the Straighters?
no.
Okay. People are saying that it's like the girls and the gays against all the straight men, and they're
Mm.
calling them the Straighters. Is it always this sexist?
People are saying that in the house, like
I
that's
think
their theory.
I've seen it online, but I think someone said that Bob the drag queen like started it.
Oh, okay. But people online know who the traders are, so
Yes, but they're saying no, they're saying like they're just calling them the
oh,
Straighters,
okay,
not because they're traitors, but because they're
okay,
like straight men
sure.
who just keep getting out
No,
women
it
and
is.
gays.
Yeah, it is not always explicitly, at least, this sexist.
Yeah,
Like, we do not usually have royals telling
yeah.
women like just get off the boat.
Get a
Um,
girl off the boat. Get a girl off. What the fuck?
yeah. And like I understood that in his mind that made perfect sense because he's like, we're stronger, and if we have to push this boat alone, like we should do it with men. But
Mhm.
like you also have to take into account that like people are choosing to not have safety,
Right.
and you do not get to decide that for them. I think Gabby Wendy would choose having to use her little baby muscles to push that boat over losing safety.
Right.
So like, chill out, Ivor.
Yeah. Do you think Tom Sandoval is triggered by the Bambis named for their Bambi eyes?
I just think Tom Sandoval seems triggered.
Yeah.
Like in
Something
general,
There was
something is
something in
weird.
this last episode that I was like, "Oh, that's going to hit him." But I can't remember what it was. I just watched it and I can't remember. He came in with that lightning bolt earring and I was like,
And
"So
those
help
fucking pit
me
stains.
God." So help me God. If this man does not get rid of the lightning bolt thing, like stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's embarrassing at this point. Even if it's not about her. Like you've lost the right to the lightning bolts.
Yeah.
You've lost all like meaning of the lightning bolt. Like
Yeah.
like reclaiming you
Yeah.
haven't reclaimed the lightning bolt.
Nar.
So stop. Sorry. Um okay, moving on then. Anyway, oh my god. Sammy asked me who I was voting for or rooting for, and I said like
Oh, in the traders,
literally,
I was
yeah,
like, mm-hmm.
literally always Gabby Wendy, of course. But I also love my girl Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, if I have to root for a traitor, Bob the drag queen,
Yeah.
and then 10 minutes later,
Yeah, but I
he
stopped
moved
rooting for
away.
him before he got kicked out.
Yeah,
So
he was
in the first episode, we were literally like, I was like, I have watched how many seasons of Big Brother, how many seasons of Traders. Between him and Danielle, I was like, I have never seen better gameplay. They are being incredible. They're acting, they're pulling out the stops. And then episode 2, I was like, y'all doing too much. Both of y'all are doing too much.
no,
Like,
literally.
yo.
Yeah, and then in this episode, I don't want to spoil it because I don't think you've watched it yet. But in this episode, Danielle really like I was like, girl, like this, like it's
She's gonna,
embarrassing how
can I just
obvious.
put a theory? Oh, obvious that she's a traitor?
Yeah,
Oh. She's gonna come for Boston Rob because he took Bob the drag queen out.
yeah, but that's not what it was.
Okay, but that's my theory for the episode.
Um, she doesn't actually end up doing it,
She
but
plans to.
yeah,
She talks a
she
big game
she plans to take down both of them.
at once.
She was like,
Okay.
I have to get rid of them. And then she literally she's like, I have to get rid of Carolyn and then Boston Rob and then get a new traitor. I
Okay.
was like, what the fuck are you talking
She said,
about?
I'm Alan Cumming.
Yeah, I get to
I'm
decide what happens on
I'm
this
in
show.
charge here.
Crazy.
There was this
um,
like couple that does like mock videos of these things, and they were being Gabby and Tom. And I don't know if it was a real conversation, so I may just be like saying something that actually happened. But they were saying that as Tom, they were like, I have a theory. Like, what if Alan Cumming is a traitor? And Gabby's like, that's not how that works. And he's like,
yeah,
but you would never see it coming. And I don't know why my Tom Sandoval is Donald Trump.
fair.
I don't know
Yeah,
the difference apparently, but mm,
I'm just saying. Also, it's really getting irritating to me that Nikki can't spell Sierra's name right.
mm, that's your girl.
I
Or
know.
maybe not.
No, she's not.
I
Sierra's not a
remember
Bambi.
Sierra's. No,
Sierra
but I thought
should
she
be
was
a
friends,
Bambi.
but I think they have kind of ousted her.
Yeah, she's not a
Racism?
Bambi. Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
She should be a Bambi. She's got
Or
the
just
biggest eyes on that fucking
or just
cast.
at least a friend.
She's the prettiest one.
Rude.
Um. Anyway, not last. Ooh, two tidbits that connect. Yay, yay, yay. So allegedly, Justin Baldoni claimed that Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift
Yeah, dude.
pressured him to accept Blake Lively's rewrites on It Ends With Us. What do we think are like? Do we really think that Taylor Swift is like calling and texting this man and being like, "You have to accept her rewrites"?
No. I
How
don't.
the fuck
Yeah,
does
no.
she care?
No.
She has not seen that movie. I promise.
Yeah.
She does not care. Um, However, there have
Like
also
if
been
they're talking about the fact that she included like a Lana Del Rey song and a Taylor Swift song in it, like yeah, maybe Taylor Swift had a vested interest in
yeah,
getting her song in a popular movie, but
but I like and let me just read what's on the page and then I'll say what I think. There have also been texts released in which Blake Lively tells Justin Baldoni that she is Khaleesi and her husband, her family, and her friends are her dragons, which at best is cringy
mm-hmm.
and at worst is disrespectful because Taylor Swift surely is no one's pet.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the scenario we're going with, Taylor
Yeah.
Swift is the fucking Taylor Swift is like the show writer
Yeah.
and she can write Blake Lively off any moment she wants.
Yeah.
Also though, I did see some texts between them about the rewrites and to me it didn't sound like but like I don't know if Taylor Swift called him in private. I don't know if she called him on the side and was like, "Bitch, you better accept those rewrites." But like the messages that he came out with was like she said like, "Hey, I have some rewrites I'd like to shoot you with."
Literally.
I like to I like to shoot my shot with a
This
rewrite.
is feral. I actually thought like, when am I just gonna take a gummy before we record? And like, honestly, I should have tonight. It maybe would have gone better than this.
um she's like said like basically like, "Hey, I want to rewrite some pieces of the rooftop scene."
Yes.
And
Everyone's like, that rooftop scene was the worst scene in the movie. Of course she wrote it.
and he was like, he said, "Hmm."
Oh.
He said, not sure about that one." He said, "I don't." I thought, you know why it's so funny. He's like, "I don't want to take anything away from the integrity of that scene because it's like
From the book.
integral, integral, integral,
Integral.
integral,
Mm-hmm.
integrity, integral to the movie." And
Mm-hmm.
she was like, "Oh my God, no. Like, it'll be so, like, true to the characters, just like a couple of minor tweaks." And he was like, "We can meet and discuss it. I'll see what you have to say." And then the next message he sends says, like, "Hey, I actually really loved your rewrites. Like, I love what you did with blah, blah, blah. Like, this is great. We'll use it." And so, like, to me, it doesn't seem like anyone's, like, pressuring him. It's
Mm-hmm.
at least in the
You
messages.
asked for a meeting. I gave
Right.
you a meeting. You were impressed with what I wrote.
Right. It sounds like it went well, unless he's implying that Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds called him in between those last two text messages and were like, if you don't accept these fucking rewrites, we will end
We
you.
will write a song about.
So,
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
is just this. Ugh, this war is heating up, and like, do I think that like stuff is coming out that's making me like doubt Blake Lively? Yes. Do I think that anything that I have seen from Justin Baldoni is like damning,
Right.
like obvious that she is wrong? No. So Justin Baldoni released apparently like there's this specific scene that they're saying Blake Lively was referencing when she said that he had made her uncomfortable and that like she's claiming sexual harassment. So he released that footage with the audio because in the movie it was like just behind music. And people are feeling like, see, nail in the coffin, like this is done. Now, where I struggle is that it does kind of look like what she said happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think the part people struggle with is that she doesn't seem uncomfortable. Now, like she's saying that he was like kissing down her neck and like that wasn't on the script and that all this stuff and I don't he is
Yeah.
um
That
and I
certainly
think
happens in the movie.
right. And I think that I have a hard time because I'm thinking like I would also be uncomfortable. But I don't work as an actress in a romance movie. So I don't really know like what we none of us know like what was agreed on and what he ad-libbed. And I think that's
Right.
the fine line here is that we can watch the clip and we can say, okay, he didn't do anything that bad, but we can also watch the clip and say technically everything she said he did was true. It's just a matter of if he did it without her permission or not.
Right.
And also, I do think it is unfair, again, that we would tell, like, act as though a woman to her boss did not say, like, that made me uncomfortable in the moment on camera. Like, so? Like, that means she wasn't uncomfortable?
Right. I think at this point, women have been through enough. Justin Baldoni, give it up.
Mm hmm.
Let us have one fucking win.
Yeah. I did think it was hilarious, though. People keep bringing up he was posting, like, a workout, and she commented and was like, try doing it pregnant. And he said, you win. And everyone was like, crazy how pissed she gets when other people bring up her pregnancy. But then she's just commenting on shit, talking about her pregnancy. That's nuts. Also, I don't know what you see when you were on TikTok still, but like, I just saw this today and I hadn't realized, like, I don't know Blake Lively's history. So I didn't know that she met Ryan Reynolds on a movie set while he was married. That
I told
she
you that 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought I heard something reminiscent, but okay, it was you. But also apparently she has done this like in other
Yeah.
things she's been on. And so everyone now is saying like she must have made a move on Justin Baldoni and he rejected her. And that's why she's like mad. And that's why she's doing all of this. And I just think like the way that we can take like a woman being wrong and we can make it the most sexist that it could be is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Blake Lively
Yeah.
could be wrong in this, but you will not tell me that she didn't seem uncomfortable, so it's not sexual harassment, or that like she was just trying to fuck him.
Right.
Like, yo,
Yeah, I did. I mentioned in the last episode that the people were circulating an interview from,
mm,
I guess, Fantastic Four
okay,
is the set they met on, I'm thinking. Um, of her and Ryan Reynolds kind of like bantering
okay,
and pointed out that he was married to someone else when those interviews were happening, when the movie was filmed, and that people think that there's some kind of crossover between that and his relationship with Blake Lively. And I had said, like, at this point, who fucking cares?
It's
Like,
Hollywood, babe.
it's been however they've been married for what, 12 years?
Mm-hmm.
They have 4 kids, I think. Like, who fucking cares? Like, it just feels like we're circulating anything and everything we can to pull her down for any reason. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she sleeps her way to the top. She's a mean girl. She talks about things that, like, she talks about other people's bodies, blah, blah, blah. And, like, it just feels like we're grasping at straws, which, again, I say, is exactly what Justin Baldoni wanted us to do.
Yeah.
Stop doing what he says.
Even if you just need to like ignore this and like not like either of them, but
Yeah.
like stop. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Taylor Swift,
Eh.
despite claiming he would never do this, Matty Healy seems to have written some songs about Taylor Swift
Mm-hmm.
on his upcoming album. The line that people are saying is like, "Oh, this is obviously about Taylor Swift." It says like, "Be like, keep your head up, princess. Your tiara is falling,"
If that's a line
or
in his
something.
song, like stop listening to him.
But then people are like,
That's
"No,
a Facebook meme.
he posted it as an Instagram caption in like 2015." And I'm like, okay. Like, it was stupid then too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, won't be listening. Don't care. She is a princess and her tiara is fine. Leave her the fuck alone. I bought another cardigan today
Nice.
on Facebook Marketplace.
Cool.
Okay. Now is my time to shine.
Meat and
That
taters.
was awkward. That was uncomfortable. But this is gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
I promise. Okay. So we had 2 Housewives finales since we last spoke with you guys. And then the first part of a reunion. So we're gonna break down Salt Lake City and Roni. And I feel like there is some really good opportunity for opinions here because
Mm-hmm.
some shit was said on both. So at Salt Lake City's final dinner on their trip, Heather Heather Gay said, "Let me cook."
Yeah.
She decides that everyone should take out their phones and find the nastiest message they've ever sent about someone else in the group, hand that person their phone, and make them read the message aloud to the whole group.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my favorite part of this. The people who are like, "Oh, like, I just found out what we're doing for girls tonight." Like, my favorite one was somebody who said, like, "I'm leading an icebreaker at my school's next faculty meeting." I was like, "Wait, I have an icebreaker in March. Here we go." That's so fucking funny.
Get my ass fired.
That would be so funny.
Yeah.
Because mine would be terrible.
Heather Gay better be getting production credits by this point.
Like,
Like
girl.
the past 2 finales, she has like single-handedly manufactured the drama.
I will say that when she said, like, y'all wanna bring the receipts, y'all wanna bring the proof, Sammy was like, is she joking?
Yeah.
Like, calling them out for the receipts and the proof? Whatever. So, I'm not gonna tell you them word for word, but if you haven't seen it, you should watch it because some of
Yeah.
them were reads so fucking good.
Yeah.
Mary's was about Heather, and it was about how Heather has changed since becoming famous, and I think it really hit Heather. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she was like, "Shit, like, I have changed a lot."
And it was good that she was the first one. She was able to be an example of how
Yes,
to take that criticism
yes,
well.
because she wanted this.
Because she was like, they ended with like, I love you.
Yeah, followed immediately by the most inauthentic. Britney's was about Mary,
Kind of.
and either there's 3 options here. One, either Britney is lying,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not the nastiest message she had. 2, she is a literal saint,
Mm-hmm.
and that is the nastiest message she had. Or 3, we don't understand how deeply she hates Bronwyn. The what she's like, who she'd rather go to tea with.
She said, I'd rather have tea with Bronwyn than Mary, though. So
Okay,
wouldn't
yeah.
she hate
So
Mary?
No, what I'm saying is, like, we don't understand how deeply she hates Bronwyn for
Oh,
that to be such a big deal for her to be like,
yeah.
"I'd rather go to tea with Bronwyn
That
than
crazy ass.
Mary."
Yeah.
Right. Like, we don't understand the, like,
Yeah.
vile hatred she has for
Yeah.
Bronwyn,
Or
that it's that
rogue
bad.
rogue fourth option, she deletes all of her texts. And so that's all she had
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. Oh, Brittany absolutely deletes her texts.
Yeah.
Of
And
course she does.
and she has a hidden album of video recordings of y'all. So
Yeah. Bronwyn's was about Brittany. She said that Brittany was emotionally manipulative to everyone, including her children.
yeah. Like I almost wish, and I know this defeats the purpose, but I wish the women could have read their own text so that they could skip some parts.
Right.
Because like I think it forced them to, like they always say, you brought this to camera, and it forced them to like bring things to camera that like
Yeah.
whatever, but I guess that's good
Here's
TV.
here's my opinion on this. Bronwyn has now spent the last 2 weeks at least being like, my kid should be off limits to these women.
Right.
And then the message she picks is that Brittany is emotionally manipulative to her children. And it
Right.
feels like a
She
little
parentifies
hypocritical.
them, is what she
Right.
said.
And that she's like, nobody can talk about my kid, but I can talk
Yeah.
about y'all's.
Yeah.
And it could be that, like, she didn't anticipate that she's gonna have to give this on camera. I also have questions about, what are the odds that the nastiest thing you said about someone else on this cast was someone that hadn't gone yet?
Yeah.
Like, how do we not have 5 Lisa Barlow texts?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I think that like yeah, it's like hard because again, of course, like people have opinions about like, oh, you didn't have to say that on camera.
Right.
But then also like if we act like this was an authentic
Right.
exercise at a friend group table, then like the point was to pick your
Right.
nastiest. So if talking about Brittany's kid when you know how bad it is for people to talk about your kid,
Yeah.
like that could be like, oh, that I feel really bad about that. And that's what Bronwyn kept saying was like, Brittany, I shared it because I feel bad about it.
Right.
And like, so I get that, but I've been in the Bravo universe too long to be able to take out cameras
Yeah.
in it all. And it's like, you're right that like, you could have said like, okay, that one's pretty bad, but I don't want to say that on camera. So like, I'll pick something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right that I kept thinking, oh, interesting how they're like
Yeah.
volleying so much and
Right.
not everyone just dogpiled on
Right.
Brittany or
Right.
something.
Angie's was about Bronwyn. Um
This was bad. This was
People on the internet
rough.
love it though. Like,
It
they're like,
was, yeah.
this was a slay.
Yeah, get her,
Slay of a read.
make her the guest on
Yes.
RuPaul's for
Yeah.
reading
She's
time.
she's literally, she deserves a chair next to the hilarious Ross Matthews, please. Um in the summary, she said that Bronwyn slept her way to the top and married her husband, essentially with the intention of soon becoming his widow. But the way she said it was, I like Bronwyn's business plan. One, marry a man with 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on a banana peel.
Yeah.
A banana
I was
peel.
like, does that just mean he's like a goober? Like, what does that mean?
He about to slip and then whoop into the grave.
Yeah.
Heather's was about Whitney. This one
Also
I
rough.
think was the worst.
Yeah.
She called Whitney a low-life piece of shit.
And then a bunch of other things, but yeah.
Yeah. But, like, I was like, okay, like, at least they're all like, here's what specifically upsets me about this person. And Heather's just like,
I hate
Brittany's
her.
a fuck ass bitch. Hate her fucking guts. Not Brittany, Whitney.
Whitney.
Like, just going in on her.
Yeah.
Whitney's was about Lisa. And this is where it blew up and where we like ended the reunion in the trip, I guess. So Whitney's text was to Angie, and she said like, I'm showing this because it's the one that I feel the worst, the most guilty about. Not because it's the worst thing I've ever said, but because that's the one I feel the worst about.
Are you trying to
Okay.
read Whitney?
Me?
Yeah. You
I'm
a
just
Whitney
doing her
hater?
voice. No, I'm just doing her voice. I just feel like that wasn't the name of the game. And like I don't believe that that's why she picked it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Whitney is. I like Whitney. I've ridden for Whitney for a lot of years. Whitney is their Bryn.
She
She really
drama. That's
is.
all I'm saying.
She's a
All I'm
she's a
saying is that
shifter.
she's
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I don't say not saying I don't like her. I'm just saying she's lied.
yeah.
Um so in it she tells Angie that she and Justin had met a woman at a party that asked if she could sleep with them, basically. And then apparently the woman told them that Lisa could vouch for her because she once made out with Lisa while jacking John off.
Mm,
And Lisa was like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?" Um,
livid.
that's exactly what she said. And then Lisa, for some reason, brought, I guess because the text was to Angie
I
and
think
Angie
she
hadn't
was.
told Lisa about it.
Yeah, I think she thought she was just using an example. Like, Angie,
Yeah.
how would you feel if
Yeah.
I said,
And so then she brought back the rumors about Angie's husband from last season,
yeah,
about him being gay, about him sleeping with men, and specifically she said like, well, there are all these rumors about Sean circle jerking with other men, and like, I yeah, it could be that she was like, well, how would you feel, like, for
that's
example,
what she was trying to
about
say
this?
that she was
And
saying.
then but like I also feel like she felt hurt
Yeah,
that Angie had received this message and not warned her.
yeah.
But that's where they ended the show. Lisa walked off, then everyone else walked off. Apparently though, they did at some point read Lisa's
Lisa
message.
read hers before
Oh,
Whitney
okay.
read hers about Lisa.
Oh, okay.
It was
My
just, it
bad.
was this, that is how inconsequential it was.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, Lisa." Well, but when I looked it up, it said like, here's what Lisa's text about Meredith was, here's what the text Lisa was going to share said. Like,
I
made it
mean,
sound like she
I
didn't share
didn't
it.
look it up and I watched the show and I knew what she said about Meredith because she said it. So
You bitch.
I'm just saying
Um,
I don't know what they said online, but
Mary, you fucking idiot.
I did watch it and I remember her saying hers about Meredith. Cause
Let's
then
not.
my thought was the only person that didn't get to go was Meredith.
And who would hers have been about? I
I don't
guess.
know, but hers would have been,
Who
I
was
think,
left? Yeah.
I don't,
Mm,
Angie? Angie didn't get
yeah.
ripped to shreds. But I
And
think
and
Meredith,
she would have.
yeah, hers would have been about Angie. However, I think she would have played a Brittany. I think she would have picked one that was like not that bad. I think
Yeah.
that's Meredith though.
Um. Well, I guess Lisa read one about Meredith. It was not that interesting. It said,
Yeah.
"I feel like Meredith digs up information to weaponize it. It's fucking dirty, and I don't like it."
Which is like, and then she, like, Meredith's like,
Nothing she's not said to Meredith's face.
yeah, Meredith was like, oh, and then she's like, well, all season last season we all thought it was you. It ended up being Monica, but it was just because we thought it was you. And I'm like, okay, cool.
So at the reunion, we don't even touch on that.
No, not yet.
No, yeah, it's 3 parts. We've only finished part 1, but I would say pretty much the whole reunion was centered around the demise of Bronwyn and Lisa's friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So on so here's what Bronwyn says happened on the after show, which I don't watch.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa said that Gwen's paternal grandparents had told her that Bronwyn had told them she had miscarried and there was no baby, talking about Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
So when they found out about Gwen, they were like desperate to meet her and be reunited, and they kind of like presented it to Lisa like she's been hidden from us
Right.
and kept secret from us all this time, and it's not fair to us, and we want her
Right.
in
So
our
then
lives.
Lisa's thinking, oh no, they've had a double whammy. They've
Right.
lost their son, and
Right.
also they never even had a chance to
Right.
meet their granddaughter.
And I'm gonna like kind of thread this with what Bronwyn's posting on social media right now. On Instagram, Bronwyn made it sound like this was not the first time this had been said about the situation. That is not the first time she's heard that they thought that,
Mm-hmm.
but that there was no reason for them to think that. And she said this on the reunion as well, or she said it in a clip that they showed on the reunion, that what she told Lisa in response to that was, that's not true. My dad called them when she was born. They didn't answer. He left a voicemail and they never called us back.
I have a
So,
conspiracy.
okay.
She doesn't know what her dad left in that voicemail. What
I
what what if her dad thought he was doing her a favor by keeping these people out of her life, and he told them something different, and he told Bronwyn like, "Cool, I've notified them. They don't want anything to do with you."
Here's my question. How do you like know those two things separately? Like my dad called and left a voicemail and we haven't
Mhm.
heard back, and they think that I miscarried. How do you not ask your dad? Like maybe I'm throwing our dad under the bus. But if that happened to me and my dad was the one who was supposed to have delivered the message, I would be asking him, "What exactly did you say to them?
Do we know if
Why
her
do
dad?
they
I
think
don't know if
that?"
her dad's. Do we know if her dad's still alive?
I don't know, but I'm just saying,
But
like,
but
she's like,
yeah,
she's saying this isn't the first time she's heard this
yeah.
from them. So the moment she heard it, why was she not like, I wonder, not like literally asking
Because
him,
I would have
but like,
gone
I
through a
wonder,
list. I
yeah,
would have
how
thought,
they
did
heard that.
my ex tell them that? Did he
Right,
lie to them? Did my dad lie to them? Did like I would have thought like who told them that? And I would
right.
have tried to like figure that out.
Yeah,
But
I
I
agree.
think Bronwyn, and this could totally be true. I think Bronwyn believes they are lying and that they are
Mm-hmm.
saying that they didn't know about the baby because that's an
They don't want anything to
excuse.
do with her.
That's an excuse for them to justify why they never wanted to speak to her for years.
Yeah.
I think that Bronwyn, I think it hurts Bronwyn because people are now speculating, oh, did Bronwyn tell them she had a miscarriage? And Bronwyn's like, nah, these people are freaking lying on me because they want an excuse. So maybe that's why she never asked anyone, is because she just, this is how poorly she thinks of these
Yeah.
people, you know?
Yeah. That's fair. Um, Bronwyn basically spent the whole reunion part one like begging Lisa to apologize for the pain this caused Gwen. She says like I don't even care about like our friendship. You don't have to say anything about how this affected me, but like how it affected Gwen. Like let's be sorry for that. And Andy says like she just wants you to admit So like that, I think that's what Todd was getting at, was like, sure, Bronwyn was open about it on camera in some regards, but she was also In the nail salon scene where they're discussing this, there is a part where Lisa says that, and she asked them not to air
She
that
says,
part, and they
yeah.
didn't. And Lisa says, the only other thing they really talked about was Bronwyn's necklace from Todd. Andy's like, why aren't you wearing it? And like, she said, like, I was gonna wear it because it would clear. She gave this woman's name,
Mm-hmm.
and then had every single other housewife in Salt Lake City, Utah, railing on this woman about. And then New York.
Woo!
So on Roni, shit hit the fan, and production had to end their trip early. So on this last episode, And so she's saying, like, I did mention it to her, but maybe she just didn't pick up on what I was saying, or like it went over her head, or she didn't hear that part, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, last thing